In this video, I want to teach you a very simple mindset trick that literally unlocked something in my mind that made me think differently. And when I say made me think differently, it's because most of us have a huge obstacle that's getting between where we are and where we want to be. And 99% of the time, that obstacle is ourselves. And I see this all the time when I get in sales calls, and it's a little sad, honestly, because people don't realize that they're being their own biggest enemy when they're trying to get to where they want to get. So this short video, I want to just talk about that, what my thoughts are, and basically just how to stop being afraid of success. That's literally the entire reason why you're being your own biggest enemy, is because you're afraid of success. I'm gonna explain in this video why and how that looks. So let's just jump right into it. Damn. Before we jump right into it, if you don't know who I am, my name is Augusto. I'm the founder of AVX, and I help online coaches scale with the systems that I give them and client acquisition funnels. But let's just dive in right ahead. And for most of us, life looks a little bit like this, especially if you're an online coach or you're just an entrepreneur. Life looks like this, and most of the times, this is you right here, and you have a goal that's basically up here. You know, every time you're working on something, it's basically because you have an aim. You're aiming for something that looks incredible, whether it be the lifestyle, the money, the status, or you want to help more people. In order to get there, you have to jump, and you have to basically climb up the ladder, literally. But the problem is, when you're here and you climb the first step, you instantly get faced with different problems that you didn't know they existed. I mean, you don't know what you don't know. But maybe if you're an online coach and you just want to scale your business, the first thing is obviously, have an offer. And now that you have an offer, you basically have to market it or do content or do all this stuff. And then things just start to appear and little obstacles start to appear. The reason why you're afraid of success is because you're literally afraid of doing the things that need to get done. That's all there is. Just think about it this way. I'll give you stories, okay? So back when I was like in 7th grade, like this was like 2007, I was living in Cartagena, and I was very passionate about sailing, like literally. I used to sail a class of boats called Optimist. You probably don't know this, it's very, very niche. But I got to a very good level, like very, very high level. At that age, I was already like a national champion. Like news outlets were talking about me, and I was like going to be a prodigy. I don't know. I was gonna be very good. I mean, my dad was dreaming of me going to the Olympics, like all this shit, right? And I quit. I said, I can't handle this. I can't handle the pressure. I was physically getting sick. Like literally I had, ulcers growing in my stomach. I had to get, tubes down my throat to see what was wrong with my esophagus, my stomach, because I was getting so stressed that I was getting physically sick. Like I couldn't handle the pressure, right? I was afraid of going to a level up here that required me to do the things if my goal was, get to the Olympics, right? Those hurdles that I was putting, or that I was imagining in my head, the pressure, getting sick, with the right coaches, with the right coaching, with the right mindset, with the right tools, I could have I could have just, go above one level. And then maybe the next level was like, okay, I have to change my boat from this little boat to like this little boat, and that's the other obstacle. And then I need to adjust, and then I need to do this, and then I get to the Olympics, right? I could have done it, but I didn't, because I quit. I quit halfway through. I was afraid of being successful. I was afraid of the things that were coming, or the things that I was imagining in my head, like what's going on. Because I was investing in me, my time, my energy. Like I came back from school like at 3 p.m., went to the ocean, sailed for 3 hours, came back. It was 6:30. I had to it was a lot, man. Like it really was. But in order for you to be successful, you have to do things that you didn't think you had to do. And those things will make you afraid. But it's only you putting yourself in that mindset, like, oh shit, I have to do this, I have to do that. I'm gonna sacrifice this, I'm gonna sacrifice, not going out, like sleeping early, all this stuff. Mindset things. You're putting yourself in limiting beliefs, So, and I have another story of this, like very similar. I was playing soccer and I was scouted. I played in Brazil. Didn't make it. But if I really wanted to be a professional soccer/football player, whatever you want to call it, I could have gone through the obstacles I faced, but I quit halfway through. I made it. I was good. I played there very, very briefly. Very, very briefly. Just couldn't handle it, man. Too much pressure. No, but that was all mentally. That was all me. It's not like my leg got cut off, And even for people that get injured, you've seen very, very serious injuries, even in like very pro level players that get a freaking heart attack in the middle of a game. They recover, they get better, and they come back stronger than ever. Like those are just different hurdles. But being afraid of success is basically being afraid of things that happen when you start climbing up, and this happens all the time. I want to give you an example that you've probably gone through. Okay, and I'll give you another story as well. The reason people are afraid of investing in themselves, because you have to invest in yourself to be successful, is because they're afraid of the work. That's it. And this is why a lot of people invest in, quick money things, NFTs, crypto, because you're betting money on something that's not you. If you put money on the stock market, which is a great thing, you just have to put money in it and forget about it. Everything, like nothing that has to do with you controls the output of what happens. Only you investing more money. But everything that surrounds the stock market or crypto, it's external. Like you just put money, walk away. You just put money, walk away. It doesn't matter. Like if it goes to the moon, it goes to the moon. If it doesn't, well, you lost the money. But you didn't have to work for it. You just have to put money into it. And some people are going to be like, oh, I had to do my research and research coins and all this bullshit. Guys, come on. Like, quick money things, silver bullets are easy because you're putting your money in things that don't require you to work. That's it. This is why in fitness, you see a lot of dumb diets work, because they promise you, a lot of results without you having to do a lot of things. So you're like, oh, I'm just gonna do this magic diet or this magic exercise or drink this magic pill. I'm just gonna drink this pill, not do shit. I'm gonna get the body of my dreams. Why? Because you're afraid of doing the work that requires you, that you need to do the work to get to where you want to be. So you want to have an excellent body, you want to have whatever, be fit, you want to be able to, play with your grandsons when you're fucking 60. I don't know, man. But in order to get here, you have to do the work, right? It's like when I get on calls with online coaches. I get on calls with fitness coaches. I get on calls with mindset coaches. I get on call with all these people, and you've probably been on a call with me if you're watching this, and I get the same excuse all the time, and you've probably done it. I have to think about it. Totally fair. Don't get me wrong. Totally fair. Some people do have to think about it. But let's say, for example, I walk them through the program. You're a coach, and I walk you through the program, and you're like, holy shit. I can see how your program is going to get me from here to, here or here, or even a step forward, and that's what I need to catapult me into success. I'm not gonna lie, 100% of the people I've been on sales calls with, they always see like, damn, like if you're giving me all of this, I can definitely make it. My goal is have time freedom. My goal is to, grow my family without having to worry about finances. My goal is to help more people. My goal is to have this. My goal is to have this. So you're telling me that your program is going to give me the things that I need to take to to whatever to get to my goal. Yeah, I got you. Like this is what you need. But you know what happens a lot of the time? This happens. I have to think about it. And all the time I'm saying, what do you have to think about? I just gave you literally the blueprint to success. You know, I gotta sleep on it. I gotta think about it. I gotta pray about it. Whatever it is. When in reality, what you already prayed for is right in front of you. You just have to make the decision. You just have to commit to yourself. But a lot of people are afraid of success. And that's the reality of it. Because it's good to live and to dream of this star up here. It's awesome. It's great to see it on your vision board. It's great to work on it. It's great to journal about it. But when you're giving the path to get there, you think about it. You're asking yourself if it's really worth it to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation to make the work, to do the work, to get there. You know, a mentor of mine says, new levels bring new devils. So every time you are a step closer to where you want to be, you will face different obstacles that you did not know existed. So my program is going to get you a lot of success. Maybe your main struggle is getting leads in order to get here. So your main problem is getting leads. So I'm going to get you leads. But now that you have leads is, how do I speak with these people so they get on calls with me? That's the next hurdle. And I'm going to teach you how to do it. I'm going to give you the scripts. I'm going to give you all of that. Cool. Now I'm getting all these people on sales calls. How do I get sales calls? I'm going to teach you how. And then how am I going to fulfill my clients now that I close them? Or how much am I going to charge? How am I going to do this? I'm going to put them on a community. What do I have to do? I'm going to give you the tools. Now you have the sales, the offer, the fulfillment, everything. Now it's all about scaling. And that's when you get to where you want to get. But when you're down here, it's very hard to see all the things that you need to do, and you get overwhelmed by the work that you have to do in order to get here. So you're afraid of putting the work. Subconsciously, I have to think about it. It's literally you thinking about, I'm going to have to work. No shit. In order for you to get there, you're going to have to work. You're being your biggest obstacle to success. You're being afraid of success because you're afraid of the work that you have to put in yourself. You have to invest in yourself. It's not like an NFT where you just buy an NFT and you just sit back, relax, and hope it scales to the moon. No, man, in this case, you have to invest in yourself. I mean, you have to put the work because the inputs that you put in are going to determine the outputs and the things that you're going to get after all the work that you put in. That's all there is. And these are the things that very successful people, way more successful people tell me about it. My mentors, people that I've spoken about. I spoke one time briefly with, you've seen him everywhere, Bedros Keuilian, I think that's how you say his last name. People are afraid of doing the work. That's what he told me. People want to be fucking lazy. It is what it is. So the main thing I want you to get out of this video is to get yourself out of the bullshit mentality that you have to think about stuff. Because let me go back to my example of me being on sales calls and people saying I have to think about it. I literally tell them, if it wasn't because of the money, if this was free, would you jump on it and do it because you know it's going to give you success? Everyone says yes. Everyone is afraid of committing themselves and investing in themselves because they don't trust themselves to put in the work to be successful. But guess what happens when you invest in yourself and you're a client of mine and you believe in yourself, you believe in the program, you believe in the system because it actually works? What happens afterwards? You start climbing the fucking ladder to success. Because if you're brave enough, which you should, if you're brave enough to believe in yourself and to put in the work, you will be successful. It's not a matter of like if you're going to be successful, it's a matter of when. The when happens when you start believing in yourself, when you invest in yourself, and you stop being afraid of success, of the work that you have to put in every single day. That's my message to you today in this short 15-minute video. I hope it resonates with you, and I hope you think about it. This is the only thing that you have to think about it. You're being your biggest obstacle. Because sometimes you will be shown the path to success, and you are going to make bullshit excuses about why you're not taking that path. And you're very comfortable where you are right now. But in order to get to this, it will get uncomfortable. You're going to have to climb shit. And guess what happens when you get here? Guess what happens when you get here? I'm going to give you a hint. Well, I can't do this right now, but well, here's what happens when you get there. See if I can do this, guys. There you go. You get so high up here that when you look up, you see that there's a bigger mountain to climb because there's a better goal that you want to achieve. And guess what happens? You will get there if you invest in yourself and you put the work in. That's all there is. So I hope this video was helpful, and I'll put some links down below if you want to ask me any questions. But if you made it all this far here, think about subscribing, liking this. It's completely free, and it helps the channel, and it helps this message get across to other entrepreneurs and online coaches. And I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.